It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a strong lager from Poland to show you. It's Kuflowe Mocne. There you go. And it's been brewed by Browar Namysło. There you go. Gold and black can, 7.2% ABV. Picked it up around my local corner shop. It was on offer. It was about £1 for a can, and I was like, yeah, something new to review. There we go. What's interesting, I have had a look at the ingredients on this can, and it's been brewed with water, barley malt, brewing barley, hops and yeast. So it's an all malt lager. Some of these beers, some of these strong lagers, they could be brewed with rice or corn, and they're not very they're not very nice to taste, in all honesty, but at least this has been brewed with malt. So let's have a look. We got a 2-finger white head, good levels of carbonation. I'm sure there's a slight haze in there. Yeah, it's unfiltered. You can see it's definitely unfiltered. You can see little tiny bits and pieces floating around in the sediment, which is cool for a... I mean, I'm guessing it's just a strong lager, yeah? Mocne? Does that mean beer? I'm not sure it just means beer in Polish. Let's get the aroma on this light straw coloured beer. Doesn't smell too bad. I mean, it's not pungent with great malty backbones in the aroma, and it's not like a bouquet of hops coming out of the beer, but it smells, I mean, compared to some of the, what do they call them? I don't know, I reviewed them recently, the OJ Strong, like the 9%, 10% Oranjeboom beers. They're awful, absolutely dreadful. The other one, Karpacki Strong, that's another one, it was about 10%. That was like, oh, terrible. But this smells, doesn't smell too bad. Let's dive in and taste it. Cheers. Oh, I was expecting that really cheap alcohol lager taste to this, but it's not bad. It's really not that bad. The amazing thing for me is being 7.2% ABV. It's drinking like a 5% lager. No suggestion that it's 7.2%. That's all right. That's just thinking though. I am thinking to myself. I was just about to say, I'm going to go back around the shop and buy more. But there is a slight problem with that. I'm not being overcritical here. It's just my own. I'm only 5'8", 5'9". I'm not the tallest of people. You can judge that by the kitchen units. I'm not really tall at all. There we go. I'm not much taller than the extractor fan. So if I was to go and buy 4 cans of this at 7.2, I'd be trying to drive the lawnmower at 12 o'clock in the night and sitting on the pine end of the roof, you know, on the singing to the neighbours. that would be the biggest problem for me. Is that, yeah, I drink 4 of these at 7.2 going, whoa, this is all right. And then yeah, end up in locked up somewhere. That's the biggest problem. So I won't go and buy, because it's tempting when it's cheap like this. When it's, I don't know, it might have even been 75 pence for a can. It's tempting to go and buy more. Why wouldn't it be? Now, I will say one thing. People have been asking me for the, and I might as well talk about it, because it's cheap. This is cheap booze, effectively. Cheap booze, round the corner shop. 75p a can, 7.2% ABV. People have been asking me to talk about the duty, the new Welsh tax on beer. I don't know too much about it. I went into Tesco's when they just launched it. I spoke to the guy in the beer aisle. He said, we got crates and crates of Carling out the back, we're not allowed to sell. And I said, why not? And he said, because they're labelled with a price, and this new tax has come in and we're not allowed to sell it, and they're having to break it all open and pour it all down the sinks out the back, which is shocking, isn't it? Shocking. At least give it to the staff to take home, if anything. But they were paid, these people, to pour it all down, pour all this Carling down the drain. This is what this guy said, and this is what somebody who works in Tesco told me. It might have been a pack of fibs, you know, it might have been a pack of lies. But the beer that I bought at the time last week, which the new Brewdog beers that come out, they were £3 a can, and they've been £3 a can for a few years now, about 2-3 years. So this particular 440 can of beer in Tesco, they're doing a range for £3 a can is craft beer. So that's not gone up. That's where I'm generally at when because I buy a lot of beer to review, and then I enjoy it in the living room later on. So a lot of the beer I buy is to review. So I'm buying decent stuff anyway. I don't think the teenagers are going to be too happy with the apparently they were telling me, like for instance, a case of Strongbow Dark Fruits cider has gone up like £8 a pack. I don't know, I don't buy it. But what's my view on it? I always think that they're always after a grab, whether it's commercial tax on properties, rates, council tax, sugar tax, now Welsh cheap alcohol tax. It's been in Scotland for a few years. No doubt it'll hit England in the next 2 years. It always does. The 5p bag tax, that was in Wales in 2011, 2012, where we started buying bags for 5p. They reckon it's an environmental issue. I mean, that went to Scotland and England, and now you can't buy a bag for less than 30p. It's all these cotton bags now, and yeah, okay, a lot of the stuff has gone away. A lot of that plastic, the terrible plastic bags, are not going to get chucked into landfill anymore. But it's just tax. It's just tax after tax after tax. But what they'll tell you, this is turning into something very different now, but I'll be quick, I promise. What they'll tell you is that income tax hasn't gone up for the last 30 years. Yeah, but it's all they call them stealth taxes. Stealth taxes, like when you get caught by a speeding camera. Yeah, I've been caught a couple of times with that, and it didn't feel like like I've been caught speeding where I could have hurt someone. I've been caught speeding down a lane in the middle of nowhere where there's no people. Shouldn't have been speeding. No, it's my own fault. But yeah, that's my take on the alcohol taxes. It's another grab. For me, it's another grab. People are going to drink. What else are they going to do? That's the problem, and the government know this. What else are they going to do? It's about to rain all afternoon. It's 1 o'clock, we got rain coming in, and it's not going to stop raining until 11 o'clock at night. What am I supposed to do? I don't play too much gaming anymore. I can watch the news for a bit. I might watch a film. What are you going to do then? You're going to have a beer, aren't you? You're going to cook some food and have a beer, and you're going to make light of a bad situation and it's going to rain for the next 12 hours. People are going to drink. Nobody's going to stop that. No government's going to stop that, but they know that and they're just going to tax it. Rating. For me, this is one of the best, strong, cheap lagers that I've ever had. I mean, I'm not going to pour it down the sink, partly because it's going to rain soon and I need something to do. I poured the car packy down the sink. I poured the Orange Boom, the 9% Orange Boom down the sink. It was awful. This is all right. This is. There's no awful cheap alcohol taste coming through. It's been brewed with grains. I'm going to drink that. For me, 75 pence, 7.2% ABV. That's an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. If you like what you see, please comment, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notified when we upload another video, which is twice a day. Thanks for watching. Stow the Crows, boom and cheers.